Brand new style of when the CK banner bring. This ya one called the Bouyon.
Yes, I'm Carlty from the First Serenade Band, which is one of Dominica's iconic bands. We've been in the business for quite a while. Significant contributors to the Bouyon genre of music.
Well, Shadow Flow, Skinny Banton, writer. Well, I produce some tunes, singer, entertainer. Calypso, Bouyon, hip hop, dancehall, reggae. If it's music, I in it. I'm a maniac.
King Dice, Dennison, ex Joseph, originally from the beautiful Caribbean country, Dominica, Puerto country.
Can you define Bouyon music?
Well, Bouyon music is a genre of Dominican music that has certain elements like the accordion, the gouache, the shak-shak, and the rhythm, the beat. Very important. Yep.
It's not really my definition of Bouyon music. It is the definition of Bouyon music. Bouyon music stemmed from, and that was, at a certain point in time, I was a radio personality, or I forgot to put down the resume. And I did an interview with, I think his name is Anthony Halmon or something like that, from Liquid Ice. And he gave me a little bit a backstory as to he was in contact with Keith. And then he came down when Liquid Ice separated. And Keith, Cornell, and them, they were trying to do the basic standard jam band, Burning Flames, electronic drums, routine. And he bring it across to them that they should try to put the cultural instruments into the music instead. That would make them distinct. So they go on and they try to infuse that. They get the accordion, the fiofio, the so on, and the different cultural instruments. And from there, the music was born. And so Bouyon is basically the electronic drums mixed with the cultural aspects of Dominica.
As the king of Bouyon, I would say, Derek Rapitas would say, Bouyon, the word Bouyon means everything in one pot. So I guess it's a little bit of all the type of music existing on planet Earth. As long as you can take some of it and put it into, mix it with your cadence or mix it all up together and make it sound good. I guess it's a Bouyon. So yeah, that's the definition, I would say.
So take us back to when Bouyon came out. Do you remember that time?
Well, the time of Bouyon, when Bouyon came out, well, actually, I can start with the band. The band started as a church band. A lot of the guys played in church. Myself, Eric Badwill, which is a phenomenal man at that. Adrian Mitchell, who was gone beyond the great beyond. Phenomenal bass man, who we do miss, and I think Dominica music will miss him because of his contribution. And then we had these guys playing in church for Father Reginald Lefleur. And we always loved what we did. We always loved the music. And there came the time when there was a rivalry between WCK and First Serenade. And it was tough. And the music, Serenade kept doing what they had to do. And I say, rough up this session. I would always tell people in 1994, that was the album that did it for us. Yeah.
So tell us, how did you get involved in the Bouyon music industry?
Okay, music, always like music. I don't born a musician, but I mean, like, from the time we born, our parents singing music for us, songs for us, lullabies. So music in our life from the get-go. And we had this crew back in the day before the official Clockers. We had a crew called Party Animals. We were all over the place. And I got into the dancehall. So everywhere that we would go, the WCK would be playing, they would have the pass the mic session. So there, various artists from different areas. We had people from Grand Bay, Newtown, Folkole, more popular areas. But there wasn't anybody for like Roseau Central and so on. So I decided to jump onto that. So we used to beg the mic. So when you go to a WCK jam during the reggae session, you ask for the mic to sing 2 little songs. Then in one session, in good times, at the back of where warehouse used to be, the session went from reggae and then they were speeding up back into the up tempo. And I just kept on chanting. And I would think that the first Bouyon morphing song would have to be that Shabarang song. Them have the heart of a pagan. And then the beat just kept on speeding up until it got to the Bouyon speed and I was still chanting on it. And then one of my friends was like, yo, that was sounding sick. So we decided we'll try it again. And again, and Bouyon Muffin was born. Dancehall on Bouyon.
Brand new style of where the CK band a bring. This ya one called the Bouyon Muffin. It's a the ragamuffin dub and a Bouyon rhythm. All the clockers screw ya the Banton sing say. Bust all the champagne and make a one toast. Cause the Bouyon Muffin a the style with the most. Running things from coast to coast. But still CK band them no brag or boast. Me tell you say we been in a the lab inventing the Banton and fingers. In mixing and fixing, the idea hit me like a bolt of lightning. Try a rock a muffin up and a Bouyon rhythm. This and a rock a lip, so this a Bouyon muffin.
When Robinson Skinny, that kind of bring me into that. Actually, I don't think I did some Bouyon with assistants, with Skinny and them being there. Clockers was a Bouyon, I would say, because we had different artists doing different genres of music. So we had R&B singers, we had dancehall singers, we had rap guys, we had Bouyon guys, and I believe one of our top Bouyon guys was Wayne Robinson Skinny Banton. He was part of the WCK, and from Skinny, him being there, he kind of brought me into WCK also, and then we came up with the different songs like Wine and Sweat, and be part of WCK. So I had my fair share in the Bouyon vibes, but that was something different than what we're doing now, actually.
So describe to like when First Serenade came out with that 1994 album that you said that really put you all out there. What was the reception like?
The reception was phenomenal, man. It was, that album was, I would tell people that was the template of Bouyon music. Some people may not like to hear that, but that I believe, because the music, the beat, revolutionized it. It changed. And that things like Rough Up the Session, Befla J, these songs made a difference. That was a year that was phenomenal for Serenade. Yeah.
Push back Carlty, wind up them, rough up them, make up that, march down Jody, land some money, rough up blending, rough up the session, rough up profit and rough it up, rough up the session, rough up profit and rough it up, rough up the session.
You have shared this stage with various groups, crews. Like you said, you began with your first crew, as you call it, and then it morphed into Clockers.
Yeah, party animals.
Party animals. So tell us about that. What years were that, and how did you move into WCK?
We're talking about like 93, 94, 95 is when everything kind of exploded. 95 was, for some reason, a phenomenal year. And yeah, 95, party was, I don't know, the world was partying at that time. The world was partying. It had wars and things, but for some reason, the world was a happier place. And then from there, we just basically decide, you know what, I need a crew. Now, all other crews basically was from different areas, but we didn't really have an island side. That's where Klockerzfam about. Decided to go to different communities, like we had Banton from Grand Bay. Then we had Samurai crew, which was Dice. Dice was the singer. Slice from Newton was the dancehall man. Get them together. We had our CCC, Criminal Counterparts, from Goodwill. We had Sky. And we basically just bring in a lot of different talent. And then from there, we actually leave Dominica already at Clockers. We do our little tour. We open for Steel Pulse in Guadeloupe already. And then from there, everybody just kind of branch out. Professor went on to actually become a college professor. So, you know, we were serious about what we were doing from a long time. Then WCK come about. They needed somebody to do like the dancehall chants, because at that time, Raga Soca was kind of a bursting on the scene. I did one song with them, then they invite me to do another song, and then Smokey invite me to do a song on my own. And that's where Bouyon morphin. That's where it was coined. That's where I stamp it to let people know that's a genre now. So a sub-genre, but a genre. Dancehall chants, and it could even extend to hip-hop flows, but the base of it is always, the music is always Bouyon music. So it's like, we started off with brand new style where the CK Banner bring, where the beat itself transitioned from reggae to Bouyon, then back to reggae, then back to Bouyon. But while the Bouyon music part is playing, you can also pull the reggae from it. So Bouyon morphin is Bouyon and dancehall mixed.
Talk us through the evolution of Bouyon music, because today it seems to be different from the 90s and even the early 2000s.
Well, back in the day, I mean, when Serenade started, we worked in a small studio by Ophelia. Our first hit was Zuke Zuke, which came out for Dominica's Reunion 88. And then from there, the music, we continued recording, we continued playing with songs like Debouye. Instrumental, Makalulu, who's now a contractor, Stanley Winston, Eric Badwill, even Rohi, who's right now in St. Martin. These guys did what they had to do. And then later on, the band changed. Lots of new guys came in, like Lloydie, energetic Lloydie. Then we have guys like Simon Etienne. And these guys, I mean, right now they are putting a lot into the music, making it what it is. But the Bouyon now, I must say, some of the concerns with people is the lyrical content. The lyrical content. I mean, like I remember back in the day, even though Serenade did have something, it would most likely be mass, like 1, 2, 3 under the mango tree. It was left for you to decide what 1, 2, 3 under the mango tree was all about. But now, it's raw. But the Bouyon, I must say, is going out there. It's going out there. It's going to places like Trinidad and, you know, what can we say? Evolution.
And we jamming under the mango tree, and she bend and she give it to me. And we jamming under the mango tree. Let me go, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, under the mango tree. Bend your body, give it to me. Let me go now. 1, 2, 3, under the mango tree. Bend like crazy, jam up on me. Let me go now. 1, 2, 3, under the mango tree.
Well, all music just kind of evolve. Just like reggae used to be a music they used to call ska. So it was kind of a slower and, you know, and then it evolved and evolved. So and the reggae music is a different type of vibes right now. So just like that, Bouyon music was kind of more on the Kadas side, because I would say it's Kadas that bring Bouyon. You know, the Kadas, what Chubby and them doing, Kadas music. If you split it up, you can get Bouyon music, I would just say. But you put your different as you say, it's Bouyon, so you bring your American styles into it. I usually even think Bouyon have a lot of rock and roll in it too, like the you know. So yeah, Bouyon today is have a lot of electronic vibes inside it. It kind of a leaving the cadence and going to something else. Like you'd more be pop, you'd more find it going towards the pop area. You know, but all that is the evolving of music, so what can we say? So it's a different style, you know, different vibes.
I wouldn't think that Bouyon change. I would say evolve. I would more say evolve, all right, because the tones become a little bit more synthetic. Like if you hear a conch shell and you know the base of what we know it as when we was growing up, but then Bouyon music is the child of like cadence. So like Bouyon is the evolution of cadence. What we're hearing right now is the evolution of basically what we had before. So there are more tones before you would get Dede to come in the studio and blow a conch shell in a mic for you. Right now, the keyboard coming with a conch shell already in it because now it's standard. So like I say, is an evolution. The lyrical content, I would say everything not for everybody. So when right now, Nasty Business is not the face of Bouyon music. It is a subgenre, and it is for a certain set. And then right now, like, I don't know, maybe it's going to become another genre because a lot of these songs now talking about love and cope well. That might become Love Bouyon. You know, a subgenre. And when you hear Love Bouyon, don't expect to hear Drink Rum and Jump in the Streets. You're going to hear about emotions. More like, I hope you find someone else and those things there. It's the same artist, you know, but the lyrical content is different. You understand? Nice also have some songs that in the Nasty Business subgenre, but then you hear him perform excellent with Shelly and them. You understand? Clean lyrics, very good. So, like I say, everything for everybody. Now, everybody like pepper in their food, you understand? But you can't just say, I do it in Braff.
Take us to some of your most memorable performances. Where and why?
Where and why? Well, out of Dominica, one of our memorable performances was in London. We did 94, 95 in London, yes, for Masquerade 2000. I mean, that's the time I saw the biggest crowd. I mean, when a carnival has 1 million people in it, that is something that you can never forget. Notting Hill Carnival is one of my great experiences. To see, I mean, that is more than the population of Dominica, you know, by far, you know. 1 million people, biggest carnival in Europe. And then places like Eastern Parkway in New York, 96. Other years we did that. That is a difference because you see the volume, people, you know. Dominica, the World Creole Music Festivals that we performed on in the past are memorable. Played alongside bands like Crossfire and those bands there, out of Dominica, after Cassav. So, I mean, we've seen it. We've been there.
Let us go back to your time with your crew on WCK. Tell us some of the songs that you remember the most.
Oh, well, Wine was one of the big songs. Wine, da, 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 da. But that was, you know, mixing it's a bouillon. You mix some of the Western stuff with what we have. Gonna make your body sweat. You know, you'd call that soft, nasty business. Yeah, but you know, it's a way. You have to do it in a way. You know, and And again, we don't want no tie. You know? WCK.
We don't want no tie. Get the youths jumping together and high. We don't want no tie. Get the youths jumping together and high. We don't want no tie. Get the youths jumping together and high. Let me sing now. We don't want no tie. Just look up, nigga, love you look so fly. With the sexy eyes. Come to the band, this side to side. We don't need some groove. Just come in the band and get in the groove.
And so you said that Bouyon is something that you struggled with because you don't think you're that type of artist with the loudtowness, as you say. But will we ever see you back in the Bouyon genre?
Yeah, man, girl. Right now, you know, the Bouyon taking a nice little path where people kind of, you know, I think this generation of youth that exists now exists all over the world. And they kind of into a certain type of vibes. But I still believe we need to perfect it because, you know, sometimes the paper that you throw in the garbage is that is the big song, really and truly. But, you know, the rest can follow that same pattern. So I believe Bouyon need more soldiers. You know, like Asa Banton is one, you have the Kwans and them and the different thing, but still need more soldiers to hit in different areas, you know. So I know we had the nasty business vibes happening, but you know that's just a part of the seasoning of Bouyon, you know, and onion, you know, but it have the peppers, it have the thing that need to go, the paprika, the thyme, different thing to make it what it's supposed to be. Yeah, so I believe I would want to attempt it.
Okay, so when you performed on the stage, Bouyon music, where did you get that loudtowness from?
Well, it's what you were singing. Girl, wine, ba 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 da dam dam. That still have a cool vibes to it, but you have. You know, that is for me, I can do all that, you know, and so if I have to go back to it, I'd have to go back with the more explanatory type of thing, because that is me. And who says that the people might like, because sometimes the rice they eating right now is what they're liking right now, so hey. Sometimes you want to tell them that a balanced diet is better for them, but they like their rice, so sometimes you just leave them eat. Maybe when you get a little fed up, you'll understand me. And say, well, okay, I can have rice with that and have that with that. You can mix it up. Whereas you can accept. We have other nice ones, like let's say, I hope you find somebody else. Bad piece of chorus, beautiful vibes going all around the place. And that is the type of vibes. So that is the area you need a lot of also in the Bouyon, in Dominica.
When we put out the music, it's always good to give it a nostalgic kind of maybe a tone, something that will think, boy, I remember when. But it is important to move forward. So look out for it. Maybe it might be new producers, because a lot of it, the change in the sound is basically because we have a lot of new producers. Before it was basically Cornell and that's it. But right now, everybody with a computer have the possibility of being a producer and making something bad. So let's see where it goes. You know, if it's with my soul, and my soul wrap around it, and we'll make another classic.
And will we see Clocker's crew or some of you guys coming together to give us something?
Oh, we've been trying to make that happen for a good little while, you know, but like we spread far and wide, you know, but yeah, we're really trying and get something together for the people, because a lot of people are asking about that. So if we have anything, it wouldn't be just at random. It would probably have to coincide with Clocker's Day, which is December 26th.
And why December 26th for Clocker's
Well,
Day?
historically in Dominica, the 26th of December is when Clockers used to have their annual party. If you don't get an invitation by the 24th, hearts broken, people crying, because They wouldn't have time to buy the outfit, and there is no play at the gate. All right, so it was, yeah, it was epic. You know, so if we have to do a comeback, it is going to be on that day. Hint, hint.
Well, for Serenade Band, we're just completing some work in the studio. So by next week, that should be definitely out. So what I'm hearing in the studio is sounding very good. But I mean, again, you have musicians, talented. There are a lot of talented musicians in Dominica, believe it or not. I can remember a time when bands like Crossfire come into Dominica to take musicians because, I mean, our guys can play. So basically, we'll be coming out with something for the carnival, so you'll be hearing it. We did something for Independence, and all along we have been recording.
What advice do you have to the young bands and up-and-coming Bouyon artists?
Well, my advice is keep it clean, keep it, open it. Remember, when you go there, you're representing Dominica. Remember, musicians carry a lot of weight. A lot of little children, they look up to you. They look at what you're doing. So remember, you kind of mentoring them. So always think in mind, when you're doing certain things, you're doing it for them. Because seeing you played in the future, they will want to do it too. So you have to give them, how can I say? You have to give them like a guide. Because a lot of kids, I can see, they'll come up to you, they'll ask you questions, they're interested. They want to play a keyboard, they want to play a trumpet, they want to play a guitar, they want to play a drums. It's a matter of encouraging them. So that in itself, remember, you are a figurehead. Kids looking up to you.